Evening and welcome to VPG SA Pro Clubs. We're talking pro clubs. And this evening we have with me Boza from Sabres, Brendan Morgan, Bruno Pinto from Dropping Kings, and Chris from Zamalek. Welcome, guys. Evening. Okay, so so now that the season, the real season, like the Premier League's finished and all those guys are finished, I want to ask you who you guys support. Chris, who's your team you support there? I see you got a Fulham top there.
Yeah, I support Fulham. I'm a Fulham fan.
Yeah. So Harvey Elliott come from?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. You're loyal. Bruno?
Yeah. Premier League in England, I'm a Chelsea fan. So I love Chelsea. Yeah, the Blues.
So the PSG
Champions
top.
League. PSG top is for style. That's about it.
Style, typical Chelsea. And Boza, yourself?
I do support Chelsea, bro.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And they qualified today for Champions League, eh?
At least was watching, definitely.
Nice. Okay, great. I'm a Liverpool supporter, so obviously that's why I can see on my screen I'm on top, so that's fine. That's where I belong.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump straight into it. So who in your team is the most influential player in the game, and who's the funny guy in the team? Let's start with Boza. Who's the most influential player, and who's your so-called the clown of the team? Careful now.
So I'd definitely say our most influential players would be our CDMs. Definitely control the game for us, being defensively and offensively. They can get involved and mixed in. I think the guy we'd call the funny guy would be Virgil. I mean, I see people laughing with him or at him more than anybody else. Yeah, he's definitely our funny guy.
Yeah, he's one of the big characters in the league, eh?
Definitely.
Nice, 100%. And yourself, Chris? Zamalek? I'm sure there's quite a few of you there.
Yeah, so at Zamalek, I'd say our most notable players is our Cam Hassan. He's currently the top assister in VPG, doing a job. And then our fullbacks, often overlooked, they are doing a phenomenal job.
What position you play, Chris?
So I am quite a versatile player. I go from cam to striker to centre back. I've been playing centre back recently, though. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Bruno?
Yes.
Okay, who's the most influential player in your team? He's going to say himself. We all know this because that's how Bruno rolls.
I was going to say that for the clown one too, but well, you're part of my team. To be very honest, there's no particular player that I would say is standout. I think we all gel very well together in the particular positions. We're also very versatile. So in terms of standing out, no one in particular. And I think the team was actually created because we all have a very good vibe. And there's not one clown to point out. I think if we're honest, I'm the clown, I guess. I mean, you need to confirm it.
I'll confirm it. I'll confirm that.
100%.
He's the so it's nice to have you, man. Boza and Chris. Zamalek. I know Zamalek's Twitter account rages. Rubs people. Beautiful.
We have quite a few clowns.
Now I can imagine. Who runs your Twitter account there, Chris?
It's a combination between Dune and Josh. Dune is the funny guy. Josh is the clown.
Okay, there we go. You heard it there. Chris said it himself. Don't blame us. Okay, cool. So let's talk pro clubs. Free kicks. What is the best play in your opinion? Range, we're talking about game for goal now. Obviously, range makes a difference. But we know it's very difficult. So what's your best play on a free kick? Let's put it to Brendan. Boza, macaroni and cheese, all yours.
I mean, it comes down to the player taking the free kick as well, depending on who that is or who you would have set. It depends on what he's comfortable doing with what works. So, I mean, I noticed in this FIFA, not a lot of guys go for the free kick because it doesn't tend to always work out as in the previous FIFA. So, yeah, set plays are definitely more important in this FIFA regarding free kicks or any type of set pieces and having a tactical advantage as a team, in order to pull off a set play that you practice, I would think. So, yeah, go short and take a shot, man.
So you'd rather keep the ball instead of having it go. Like you said, this FIFA is quite difficult in there.
Look, I've seen a few go in against us and us scoring them, but yeah, majority of the time, it's just better to play the ball off and play.
But I hear the few that go in against you is normal, so don't worry about that, Boza. Bruno, Bruno.
Yeah. So when it comes to free kicks, it's a bit difficult. This 2019, I was amazing at free kicks. It was really, really easy. But 2020, it's extremely difficult. So we opt rather for the lob. Otherwise, we just let the bot take it. Most of the time, the bot just whacks it in for us, dependent on range. But yeah, we're very easy when it comes to that. Normally the lob or the pass to maintain possession, and then from there we take it.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, Chris. And while we touching on free kicks, Chris, we can also talk about corners. What's the best? You can tell us about free kicks now, but tell us what's your best play on a corner. What's your best? What do you think is best to do?
So for corners, we have a couple tactics. We switch to one if the one isn't working. We usually find ourselves crossing it near post, then trying to edge it into the goals or back post. Sometimes we have to play it short because our centre backs will be midgets compared to everyone else. And my captain's just told me that the best player in the team, him, sometimes finds my head, and we score like that.
Oh, fantastic! So I'm glad he's watching the show. But like I said, heading and free kicks are being extremely difficult in this FIFA 20. Almost like, I know it's supposed to be unrealistic, but it's made it almost impossible to score. So basically keeping the ball is the main thing, isn't it?
Correct. But I will say this, there is a team in the league, and I think it's Santiago's team, who have actually created a different, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that, where they've created a set piece between the corner. It's well thought out. So out of all the teams in VPG, they've caught my eye with that. Almost works every single time, and I think they've found a knack for that.
So everybody's going to look at this, the YouTube page. Hopefully, I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Let's find out that team's name. I know exactly what you're talking about, and we've seen it more than once, Bruno. Correct, man. So with also EA 21, it's the FIFA 21 coming out. What would you think they'd have to improve, especially when it comes to pro clubs? Chris, what do you think? So FIFA 21 pro clubs, what would improve the product for us?
I think adding more skill points and adding more attributes that you can put on your player. Also, they should fix certain builds and what they can do, because if you notice very often when somebody's playing at centre back, they use a wing back card because there's no pace on the centre backs. And I almost know no players who use cam builds at cam. They have to use striker builds because the stamina is low and the pace is low, and the only thing good about the card is the passing. So just when it comes to that, and the game can be very unrewarding when you're attacking, and very, very strange animations from different players.
100%. Boza, what's your take? What could FIFA improve? I mean, Chris touched on a few things there. What do you think they can improve with pro clubs?
I mean, like you said, more attribute points and just the general leveling up of a player. It's a lot slower compared to the previous FIFA in terms of, I mean, I've been stuck on an overall of 88 the entire FIFA so far. And it's not just me. I know there are a lot of other guys, and there are guys that have progressed to higher overalls. I found I can do that as well by making myself taller. But I think that shouldn't have to factor into how high your players overall could actually go. I mean, you have short players out there, like take Messi, for example, with high overalls of 90. So why are we struggling to do that? I think that
I agree with you. Valid points there. I totally agree with you. Bruno, you agree with the gents?
I do. I think in terms of the actual gameplay, yes. But I was thinking more the mechanics in terms of loading in, too many times you get kicked out, too many times there's a misconnection and it really disrupts play, especially when you're playing league and trying to maintain a professional league. Besides that, one of the things that I would love to see them do is maybe make it more interactive in terms of, if I have a halftime on Pro League, I would really like to see if I could sub a player in, or if someone lagged out, they could potentially get back in the game at halftime. I think something like that might just be really, really cool. Imagine having a Solskjaer in your team on VPG, just super sub comes in and constantly puts the bangers in, And I think that's what they could do to potentially change it.
I think that'll be very entertaining to do. I mean, like you said, as Boza touched on the guys, I'm also an 88, and but if you go in the lobby, some of the guys, when you go to the team management, you look at the players, some of them are 90s in the actual team management, but when they're playing the 88, so there's definitely a hassle there. Like you said, it shouldn't change according to your build, and that's how easy it is. Make your guy taller, you become a 90, and I find it's very strange, and they can better that. And like Chris touched on it, the cam card. Nobody wants to use the cam card because passing's great, but it's like a snail. You know what I mean? So it's very good points there, guys. I'm throwing in another question. Yeah, I didn't tell you guys about this one, but there's a reason why I want your honest opinion. Yeah, which is nice and entertaining. Yeah, surprise. Here we go. I'll start with Boza. When you play a game, the guys take a bit long to a league game. I'm talking league game now. Do you claim or do you play? Do you wait 10 minutes and claim? Do you claim, or are you more lenient to say, okay, cool, things happen? Like, for example, we've had load shedding. I think it was a week ago. Guys had to reschedule their gaming. I mean, that's not anyone's fault, but I mean, it happens. But there were some guys who were very sticky to certain times and that type of thing. So what's your take on it? Do you claim if you really stick to the rules? 10 minutes.
Look,
claim or...
it's it's hard to sometimes get 10 other players on at a certain time to be there. So as far as claiming goes, I'd wait the given time. I mean, give the guy an extra 5 minutes if he's giving you a valid reason why. But at the end of the day, the guys get restless in the lobby, and as a captain, it's hard to keep everybody there. And I do feel like a team can play with more than one player missing, if it needs to happen. You know what I mean? So we have a minimum amount of players, and yeah, it sucks that you're losing a few players, or certain players can't get on. But if you have the maximum required, then we should go ahead, because everybody has things going on in their daily schedules or routines, and it's hard to get on in time to actually make it happen. So I'd say at a certain point you have to claim. You have to go on with life.
Stick to the rules. And Zamalek, I know you guys are aggressive. Claim.
Yeah.
You have to claim.
Yeah. It comes to your opponent. So if we're playing ballers or untouchables or unleashed and they're 10 minutes late, we will not hesitate in claiming. If they are stalling and if somebody lagged out, that kind of thing. In terms of excuses, if there is an issue where not one or two players are missing out, but half the team has, load shedding or their internet's down, I feel like the captains should come to a compromise and reschedule. But if a team is intentionally procrastinating, then at some stage, probably after 15 minutes, you have to claim.
But you can sort of pick that up. You're playing long enough. You see when the guy's giving you the runaround. I mean, they think they're fooling you, but you actually can pick it up. But most of it's genuine. I mean, playing for quite a few seasons, most of it is genuine. There's one or two. But Bruno, I know you're taking this. Play and let me. Bruno, give us your answer on that. Play more, Bruno.
We need a lot more time when it comes to this. It's extremely frustrating trying to play this game, and you have people. And you have people just wasting your time, Some of us, I'm not trying to say that there's only kids that don't have better things to do, but some of us have family time, we have duties and so on and so forth. And, you want to stick to a schedule. Boza said it absolutely correct. We don't want to sit in the lobby for 20 minutes waiting for some guy to get a center back. I mean, play the game. And this is something that I feel passionate about. We enjoy this game. We love the game of FIFA, and we love that it's competitive. But ultimately, we should all respect one another and just enjoy the game. And if people are taking it so competitively to actually stall on purpose, it's extremely frustrating. It's really, look, there's rules for a reason. Once you surpass a certain time, claiming shouldn't even be from the team that is in the lobby. It should be like a set rule. If you're late past this time, claiming happens automatically, because the back and forth becomes extremely disruptive. And we've had many encounters, conversations with people who have become verbally abusive and so on, saying that we are cowards or so, whatever the case may be, once you've claimed. But the truth of the matter is you've got three other games to play. If we're going to constantly wait, we'll just end up playing 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, it's 100%. It's a knock-on effect for the other guys. You know what I mean? So everybody understands that. So then you upset the other guys waiting. But we had a good week this week. I know I was talking to, I think, the Misfits captain, very understanding. So it's Crusaders guys, we were running a bit late. As long as we're in communication, the guys can cool, not a problem.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Like I said, you can pick it up when the guys are genuine with that stuff. Okay, I think we're going to have a look at the Premier League. We're going to get some results up there and look at the log. Check the results first, because let's have a look at the results here. There are some good results here. Premier League. Let's do Premier League results. I see Ballers beating Chapper 5-0. Let's have a look here. Or you Zamalek 0-0 with your first game. Cape Town Checkers there. Oh, well, it's your last game. I saw that. 0-0. Sabres. Yeah. Let's have a look here. I see we lost the Misfits. Dropping Kings lost to Misfits. It was a nice game. Anything stands out. Yeah, I see Sabres losing 1-0 to Unleashed. That must have been tight, was it?
Yeah, no, it was an extremely tight game.
Yeah. 1-0. That's really good. It really, really is good. I mean, those guys can play. And Zamalek 1-1 with Cape Town Easy. Also another good result, huh?
Yeah.
Those guys, we know at Cape Town Easy, they can play without a doubt. We had Nino on the show last week, and those guys can put a show on. Let's look at the log here quickly. Get that log up. The Premier League log. Let's have a look. See, after 12 games played, Unleashed is still up there with 31 points. Got Ballers with 30, Untouchables 27, Cape Town Techers 24, and Cape Town Easy. And Zamalek, you guys are 7th, I see.
Yeah.
Great. That's great. And also, you guys, Sabres 11th. 11th, eh? I see
it's
Bruno.
correct, sir.
Dropping Kings are no longer rock bottom, baby.
Well done. We decided to take this thing seriously. It was fun the first 2 times, but then after just getting bashed and losing terribly, we just needed to do something. So we're actually going to be the team to upset a lot of other teams, and hopefully we can make a good fight for it,
Yeah, it's quite exciting doing the relegation zone there. I mean, we literally signed the guys before we got on the bus.
Yeah, don't worry. We got some tricks up our sleeves. We're waiting. We have some good competition between both teams, Zamalek and Sabres. Previously playing for Sabres, we really want that win, bragging rights, and also the constant banter with Zamalek. We just want to, we want to prove the people wrong, Exactly. Yeah.
Sort them out a bit. Why not? No, God. And so let's have a look at that. But tell me, Chris, you guys in Zamalek, how are you guys finding the Premier League?
We're playing well. We feel like we should be doing a lot higher in the table than we currently are, because the games that we have lost, we've dominated, and the games that we've drawn, we've dominated. We just haven't finished those chances, which is quite disappointing. But I mean, 7th for now is fine, but don't be surprised to see us top 3.
No, 7th gap there.
Nice.
It's you guys are 20. It's 11 points off Unleashed, but I said that it's top 4. You're only 4 points off top 4, which is not bad. You know what I mean? So that's a small gap to make up. And Boza, you guys, 17 points. Not far. Look at that mid-table. Anything can happen. You saw. I mean, Crusaders had a tough run this week, drawing one, and we sneaked one over them, dropping Kings. I don't know how we did that. I think it was a deflected goal. We just sat back for the rest of the game. So
it's tough sometimes.
They dropped down to 10th, which is I'm surely they're not happy about that. They're a very good team. I mean, they'll bounce back quickly. But you're on the same points as them, Boza.
Yeah. I think given the circumstances, we're doing well. When I say the circumstances being that we lost 6 players last season, it's always good to keep the same players, to keep the vibe going and the mentality. But also last season around this time, we were sitting in the same position, and I feel we finished stronger towards the end. So with our new players in, it's just a matter of chemistry and gelling. And once we get on point, then I'm sure we'll pick it up.
100%. 100%. So with the, we look at the championship results there, show me, you get some championship results up there. I see these guys be banging in goals. Banging in goals. I look at the, some of these are Stoke City, 4-4 with Task Force. Another big game here is, what we see, 4-3, 3-2. Task Force 4-3 beating Tough Times, and Battalier losing to Unlucky FC 3-2. Some really good games here. 3-3, another one with Kings 11 and Slice. So there's a lot of games. It's probably a bit more open than the Premier League. I mean, they're probably more attacking. That's something.
Yeah.
We say that as fair judgment because, I mean, let's be honest. If you don't have, we've learned that when with playing with Bruno and dropping Kings, you don't have a full 11. It's tickets. Hey, Bruno.
Yeah. It's I love to play with you guys, and it's so much fun, and we get along and so on. But the whole morale, and when we played for Sabres, the same thing had happened. When you're losing and on a constant streak of loss, it's just the whole morale takes a massive dip. And playing without a full 11, it's not for Premier League. It's not for anyone that wants to enjoy Premier League. So hence we are trying to fight back at this thing, and I'm enjoying it.
Nice. If you look at the championship log there, show me, you can get that up there. Yeah. Okay, Stoke City is on top there. 1, 2, 3 shootings. Now, saying top 4, there's 4 points in it, in the top 4, which is also quite tight, huh? Top 5, 100%. Top 5 is 4 points in it. 26 points with Stoke City, 1, 2, 3 shooting, 24 points. Snook FC, 24 points. And FC Young Stars as well as Dragons FC on 22 points. It's very tight at the top, and the mid-table is the same. Very much like the Premier League. Within 2-3 points, you can change positions, 4-5 positions. And then obviously at the bottom, you got some guys bringing up the rear. The Plain Boys with 4 points. Don't worry, the Plain Boys. Dropping Kings were there 3 weeks in a row. If we can do it, we can clearly.
So can you?
Get some. Oh yeah, and we're talking about signings while we're doing that. Sure, we can get the log ready for Premier League Team of the Week. We can get that up. Premier League Team of the Week. While should we do that in the Premier League Team of the Week? Okay, we can. The Prem first, yeah. Premier League Team of the Week. You can get it up there. Just to remind everybody, the 29th of July is the transfer window open, VPG transfer window. So you guys can get rid of guys that you don't want, send them packing, and bring guys in that you want. I think the Dropping Kings was the head of the game there. We had seven guys, so we had a lot of spots to fill. Okay, cool. So let's look at the Team of the Week for Premier League. Striker, we've got Kaylin Woodley from Untouchables. And then we've got Andoni Lazarus, left wing from Sophia Day 7. Right wing, Giulio Bianchi, Untouchables. The Cam, Mohamed Lair from Unleashed. RDM is Talib Mohammed from Unleashed as well. LDM, Costa Zizis, Sophia Day 7. Left back, Enzo Bento, Cape Town Techers. Right back, Shaheen Rakhbir, Untouchables. Left centre back, Craig Jomath for Untouchables. Right centre back, Ivan van Westhuizen, FC Van Boos. And goalkeepers, Praij Perik from Cape Town Ballers. And then 4 guys on the bench there, Justin Krull from Ballers, Jakob Groenewald from Cape Town Easy, Lee Hendricks from CF Van Boos, and Dylan Flatwell from Untouchables. No Sabres boys in there this week, eh? They were in last 2 weeks.
First time.
Samalek, no boys
They'll
there yet.
bounce back.
Hey, Chris?
We haven't yet understood how the point system works, so we don't know how to, rig our games. I mean, it's difficult to have a Sabres player conceding 5 goals in one game, but making Team of the Week, and then Zamalek concede 1 goal, but none of us feature. It's quite an interesting thing.
But that Team of the Week is your stats, eh? You put in your stats, individual stats.
Yeah.
That's goals and assists and all that stuff, So so if you put that in, I still must put my stats in, baby. I'm telling you now, Bruno. Okay, so and then let's look at, obviously leading goal scorer is still Justin Krull, 22, and then There where your boy comes in there, Chris Hassan Farouk with 7 assists. Yeah. That's, you say he plays cam for you. Where does he play?
Yeah, he plays right attacking mid or cam recently. Yeah.
Nice. That's right. Okay, like no wonder I couldn't make your Saturday night team there from Sabres and Zamalek mix.
Yeah.
I know why.
Unlucky
Okay, cool.
days.
Let's have a look at. Are you going to spin that wheel, Shumi? Shumi's going to spin the wheel and see which line goes up. Spin it. Kalen Woodley, and he is from Untouchables. So he'll win the DualShock, not DualShock, the Charger, the Charger set, which is nice. So that's a nice prize for him, yeah. And then
Nice.
we'll get onto the championship team. Let's have a look there. Okay, don't forget, Kelly, if you're watching this online, put your hand up in the server and say you've been watching and pass a comment there so we know. Otherwise, we just pass that prize on to the Zamalek boys. They're waiting. Yeah. Gotta wait for the Zamalek boys. Otherwise, they're going to tweet something nasty to me. Yeah, guys.
They're hungry.
And there we go. Let's go for the championship team of the week. Okay, let's have a Carl Peterson from FC Battalier. The Battalier is starting to take shape there nicely. Yeah? Left wing, Fagan Henry from Battalier. Right wing, Josh Kemp, Black Knights. Cam is Lukman Meyer from Team KO. RDM, Ian Pretorius, Black Knights. LDM, Jan Skiermars from Battalier. Left back is Ashley Driffield from Stoke City, on top of the log. Right back, Yas Stakala, Team KO. That's a mouthful. I'm practicing these things. I hope you're impressed, Yas. Right back, LCB, it's Jonathan Michaels from the Plain Boys. RCB, it's your and my uncle, Adrian Louise from Battalier, the uncle's uncle. And then the goalkeeper, Giovanni Bessu. Hope I got that. Giovanni is FC Battalier. Battalier's got quite a good representation here tonight. 5 guys, am I right? Yeah, 5 guys.
Again.
On the bench, that's 6 together. Another guy on the bench, Keenan Terry, Kings 11, Brandon Rustov, FC Battalier, Sean Nomdo, Black Knights, and David Katz from Plains Boys. Well done, guys, for making the team of the week. And while Shermy spins that wheel, we'll have a look at the leading goal scorers. Still Jordan Leaf, 1-2-3 shooting with 13 goals. And most assists is Mo Nubby from Stoke City with 9 assists. Let's see who wins that. So obviously Mo Nubby has been helping his team there on top of the log at the moment. So true. Well done there, guys. Tell us who's the winner there. Spin that wheel. There you go. Okay, it's Jan Shermanis from FC Battalier. Looks like they're winning everything this week. Well done. Jan, you must put your hand up there in Discord server and pass a comment there if you can on the channel here. And you will win a 200 Rand voucher. Okay, and then we go to Manager of the Week. Manager of the Week, guys. Just remember, manager. I've started doing the Dropping Kings managing stuff now. Man, it's
You
easy.
can't get a prize.
No, it's next week. Look at my pricing. So I've been doing it now. So I took it over, and I'm glad I took it over. It's not a lot of work. It just seems like a lot of work. You put your results in, take your screenshots. I'm still learning to do my own players' stats in, but it's quite easy, and you can benefit from it. And like on the VPG platform, you can see your stats. Guys can have a look. You can have a look there now. You can see top goal scorer, most assists, which is actually lekker. Lots of fun. Okay, so Manager of the Week. Get it up there, Shermy. The prize for championship, Brandon Rustov from Battalier. Jeezy.
This thing is rigged, man.
Battalier's on fire. What's going on here? Production, what's going on here? That's easy. Well done, guys. You've had a great week. You get Manager of the Week, Brandon. Obviously, put your hand up in the server and everything else and tell us that you've been watching. And then obviously we want to end off on something different. we're talking about goals of the week, but we need you guys to submit goals of the week. So when Shermie's ready, we'll get that goals of the week. Something fun, you know. We want minimum 10. Yeah. So far we've already got two goals that have been submitted. But we'll play them anyway because this is how we start, and obviously it'll roll from there, you know. So the 2 goals, the first one you can see once it's up and running from Sabres, and the king of was a little chip there, beautiful goal, played from the right to the middle and back over the top. Goalkeeper left stranded. Nice little chip, likes his fish and chips, as they say as the commentary there. Bruno liked that one, Bruno. And then the second goal, well, we watch the replay. The second one's beautiful. It really is. It's like a roll ball, step over. It's like take the guy from the right. Goal. I watched that 3 times. Like, wow, I wish I could do something like that. It's fantastic. Must get that guy's name. That's a fantastic goal there. Helen. And was that from Untouchables?
Untouchables goal, yeah.
Untouchables goal, fantastic goal. You guys are watching that one. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful to watch. Okay, cool. So guys, remember, submit your goals. We'll get some prizes for goal of the week or something. We'll get a game, but we need minimum of 10. It must be a competition, you know. We'll give Shermie goal of the week. Come on, man. Shermie.
No tap-ins. No tap-ins.
Pro clubs. Come on. Sabres again, eh? We gotta watch these guys. Okay, that's it tonight. Thanks very much, guys, for joining. Bruno?
Sorry, before you guys go, I just wanted to, I don't know how Brendan and how Chris feel, but look, I've got absolutely nothing against the SAPL, league. I think that they had done a phenomenal job and continue to do so. I just wanted to commend you guys on taking on this whole new role and opening up this platform to, I mean, if we're just serious about this thing, online gaming international is amazing, and the community is a big one. And I think what you guys have done here is you're trying to put a face to what it is that the guys just normally enjoy, and you're just creating a whole bunch of avenues for people to get involved, rather than just putting on your TV and playing and speaking to your friends online. And I just wanted to commend you for that, because it just hypes the whole thing up so much more. And so round of applause to you guys. Those before you know what thing is rolling in, and you guys are going to be something big. Nothing wrong with SAPL, please. I'll reiterate that. Yeah, they've done amazing stuff.
Been great.
It's just what you guys have done in a short period of time. Your vision, I'm commending that. It's great.
Thanks, Bruno. Man, checks in the mail, my man. Checks in the mail next week. Don't be surprised if you're in team of the week, eh? Yeah. So there says a big announcement next week. We'll wait for that. It's so secretive, even I don't know. It's very secret. We'll find out next week. So watch your channel. And guys, enjoy the week next week. Transfer windows open on the 29th. Keep enjoying yourselves and scoring goals and submit those goals. Chris, you guys will submit goals, eh? Come on, eh? Your captain says the top. We want to see a goal from him next week.
All right.
Chris, yeah. Chicks. No.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your
Thank you.
Cheers, man.